Times Influence Initiative.
From building India's biggest SME platform to enabling the largest startup ecosystem, Lufthansa is helping young entrepreneurs realize their dreams to take off on the runway to success. Capping 4 successful seasons, here's ET Now's Paromita Chatterjee with a brand new episode of Season 5.
Hello and welcome to Lufthansa Runway to Success, where you discover big business ideas of a new breed of entrepreneurs with big dreams. Now you can watch leading icons as they inspire, guide, mentor and pick a winner amongst them every week. You have the power to pick a winner too with our Viewers' Choice Award. Video pictures of all the contestants have been posted on lhrunwaytosuccess.in, so simply log on and vote your favorite. So who do we have on the show today? Take a look.
He is the 5th generation member of the family that founded one of the largest FMCG companies in India. Gaurav Burman is the director of Dabur International. Dabur became a listed company in 1995, and because of his vision, Gaurav started investing in new businesses as India began to liberalize. Today, Gaurav Burman manages the family's investment portfolio and plans to take Dabur to even greater heights.
So please join me in welcoming none other than Gaurav Burman, Director, Dabur International. Hi Gaurav, great to have you.
Nice to be here.
So shall we go across to the lounge, have a little chat? It's very hard to get a member of the Burman family to sit down and have a chat, so we're lucky to have you on the show. Tell us a little bit about Gaurav Burman. I read out that you're Director of Dabur International. What is your role in the group?
So I don't have a role in our core business, which is Dabur. In fact, many years ago we decided that family members would not be involved in the core business. And what I do is for a living is I manage my family's investment program. So over the last 20 years we've used family capital, which is generated from the dividends we receive from Dabur and our other businesses, and we invest in new businesses, and we try and partner with companies that want to come to India to help them build their businesses in India.
Take us through what it is that your family looks at when you look at investing in certain companies. Are you looking at startups? Is there a particular profile? What's the route that you adopt?
Over the last 20 years, as India has liberalized, many sectors where they allowed foreign companies to come in, the foreign companies were obliged to have a local partner. And we really took the view that we know India well, but we don't know much else. So we've been very fortunate over the years to have partnered with many global businesses.
As somebody who helped some of these companies cross the bridge, and you've successfully done so, has the landscape actually become easier in that sense? Are there, are partners more open and more aggressive in coming into India?
I think so. Look, I think it's very exciting what's happening in India right now in terms of, in terms of all the changes. I think this government has been very progressive in many areas. And as a result, I think there's a much stronger interest in investing in India.
So Gaurav, tell me, how do you view this whole wave of investing in startups? Have you been tempted?
So we have a broad definition of startups. I mean, startups is everything from our joint ventures where we partner with a company that's coming to India for the first time, or what we've done is we've identified an opportunity. So for instance, a few years ago, we decided that the non-banking finance opportunity, housing finance, consumer finance, was an area we had to play in. And we were hugely lucky in meeting 2 extraordinary entrepreneurs who were moving back from New York and had a lot of experience, not only in India, but in that sector. And were looking for investors, and we partnered with them and we became one of their larger investors. And over the last 5 years have built a phenomenal business with them.
You know, there is a perception amongst some entrepreneurs, rightly or wrongly so, that perhaps when you get family funding, that they go a little easy, that because these are long-term investments, and hence actually a lot of people vie for that, thinking that perhaps they will get a longer rope to play with. Is that a valid perception?
Once we build a business, if it's matured and cash flowing, we're very happy to be in it forever. I mean, you know, our family business, we've been in it for nearly 150 years, so we're in no rush to get out of businesses. But we like to see businesses that have a big opportunity and have the opportunity to grow.
Gaurav Burman, what are your passions and what is it that viewers don't know about you?
I'm very lucky to do what I do. I have the opportunity of working with a lot of interesting people. I have a great team in-house and a breadth of businesses that I'm involved in. I'm lucky I have a wonderful family. I have 2 young children, an 8-year-old girl and a 6-year-old boy, and that's an adventure.
Keeping your hands full, yes.
Absolutely. And I'm lucky to be part of a family business. We're a relatively small family, so there's 6 of us in my generation. So, no, we're all good friends and we all complement each other.
Great. On that note, Gaurav Burman, we aren't letting you go yet. We're going to make you meet with some of our entrepreneurs who are vying for your attention and perhaps for your funds. But that's on the other part of the show. You're watching Lufthansa Runway to Success. That was our conversation with Gaurav Burman, who will then meet up with our 3 budding entrepreneurs and, of course, present their case studies and ideas. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more. And remember, you can participate with your views and thoughts by using the hashtag LH Runway to Success. We'll catch you on the other side.
From thousands of startups that attended the nationwide mentorship camps and the Startup Expo 2017, only 21 businesses qualified for Lufthansa Runway to Success Season 5. Let's come face to face with 3 such young entrepreneurs who are vying for the top spot in the financial services category on Lufthansa Runway to Success Season 5.
Welcome back to Lufthansa Runway to Success. We are here at the Lufthansa Business Lounge at the Pier A Plus Terminal, a quantum leap in passenger comfort. We are now joined by 3 young entrepreneurs who will share their exciting business ideas with Gaurav Burman. Now, you too can participate in this show by simply using our hashtag LH Runway to Success. The show from here on becomes a little more competitive as only 1 of 3 entrepreneurs today will win a Lufthansa business class return ticket to any one of the 170 destinations where the Lufthansa Group flies in Europe. The winner will also qualify for the semi-finals of this season. And the winner of our grand finale will win a sponsorship to a business program at Cambridge University, a Lufthansa business class ticket to Europe, and a coveted mentorship by Thai. So a lot of exciting prizes are in store for our winner. So let's set the ball rolling. Before we invite our 3 entrepreneurs one by one to present their business ideas, let us welcome onto the show a renowned business expert who will help us decide the winner of this round. Please welcome Mr. Girish Shivani, Executive Director, Co-founder, Your Next Venture Capital Fund. Hi, Girish. Great to have you back.
Hi. How are you?
It's time for us to call upon our first entrepreneur on the show, Abhinav Parashar, co-founder and CEO, Digio. Abhinav, you have to tell us very clearly as to what exactly is the idea behind Digio. What is the pain point you're looking to solve?
Right. So if we think about today's business, there's a lot of paperwork involved, offline process involved due to legal reasons. Right. So to think about a paper-based process, there are 3 entities involved. One is government. When you are signing a paper, putting a seal, there's a government. You are tying to a legal system. Second is the business process. Suppose you are creating an agreement or it's an invoice, so some approvals are on top of that. So there's business process around that paper. Third is the consumer, who is providing the information, signing the paper, doing the eKYC part. So we connect all these 3, abstract out the business layer and say to a business, connect to our APIs. We have the licenses to talk to government, like leveraging Aadhaar, we have the licenses. To the consumer side, we have interfaces like creating multi-party agreements, doing the eKYC side, or putting the data.
When you started,
Yeah.
how many people you have working with you, how much progress you've made to date?
Sure. So we started building the product in late 2015. We registered the company in April 2016, and we launched the product publicly in July 2016. And we have more than 100 businesses across India who are using our platform for different kind of use cases.
So how do you make money?
So we, our pricing model is like there's one-time integration fee, like it's a complete transformation for them. So we support across the journey, and then it's a per transaction model.
Yeah, I'd like to learn a bit more. Could you give me an example of a customer and what you've done for them and how they've benefited from your interface?
Right. So think about Zerodha as a company. So they are our customer and also our investors. So to open a Demat account form, you have to perform a KYC. You have to sign at around 30 different places to open a Demat account. Now, while integrating with our platform, this is happening in 5 minutes. It's a one-time OTP digital signature based on Aadhaar. There's a CKYC check happening. Have you done your KYC earlier? You don't have to do your KYC again.
And how do you take care of the privacy issues?
So we follow like whatever is the standards of UIDAI, and then we follow the security standards. Yes.
But there's been a lot of talk and controversy about the Aadhaar data being misused.
Right.
So in the future, if there is some action taken to block or to limit the access,
Right.
would that immediately impact your business model?
Not immediately. So the whole ecosystem is will be affected by this, but our part is not the Aadhaar part, but processes around Aadhaar.
Right.
Aadhaar is just the authentication for us.
Great.
Thank you.
Abhinav,
Thank you.
thanks.
Thank you.
All the best.
Yep, thank you.
Let's call upon our second entrepreneur now. It's Vijayananda Reddy, co-founder and CEO, LoanYantra.com. So LoanYantra.com is essentially a marketplace for home loans, or is it too simplistic a definition?
Yeah, it's a too simplistic definition. Yeah, we are B2B and B2C players. Yeah, in B2C, what we do is we just not serve our customers in borrowing money from banks and NBFCs. We actually give them a smarter way of borrowing money from banks and NBFCs. We have created India's first home loan bidding platform, where banks would bid, compete to give you a better rate of interest, better processing fee, and a better terms. And also, in case if you need a higher eligibility, they would do that. The second thing, we make it smarter by just not giving you the lower interest rate, but we manage the loan on our portal, and we do end-to-end service.
How many banks are on your platform and how many NBFCs? So if I'm a consumer, I want a large universe of potential lenders.
Right. So we have actually partnered with almost close to 15 banks right now. The way we have partnered is in such a way that if the loan can't happen through LoanYantra, it can't happen anywhere else. We have partnered with all the top players. We started off with home loans. Now we are actually adding up other loans too, which is personal and business. Slowly we would be adding other retail loans also.
And so how do you qualify their ability? How do you credit check them? How do you reference?
So we pull credit reports after taking the customer concise. We use eKYC methodologies, and we also use the credit reports. We get the details of all the properties, we package them together, we send it for bidding. We bid only two types of profiles. For example, a person who is buying a property worth huge amount and he's just taking a smaller loan amount. Say if he's buying a 2 crores worth of property and he's just taking 50 lakhs worth of loan and his credit score is above 800, we send it for bidding. So banks actually give a discount of 0.1 to 0.2% for this profile. The second profile which we bid is basically a person who is eligible for 50 lakhs, but he wants to take a 60 lakhs worth of loan. So what banks do is they create a specific product, customized product for them. They create 50 lakhs worth of home loan and 10 lakhs as a different loan and structure it together and give them.
The consumer part of the business is very, very heavy in terms of cost of customer acquisition. There are a lot of players who actually raise some serious money and are deploying that.
Exactly.
How do you plan to differentiate yourself in that space?
So that's where actually B2B would come into picture, where the cost acquisition of the customer gets reduced. Right now, the primary channel for B2C is through online. We do even offline events like property shows, but that's more for brand creation. But main acquisition is through online.
Just very quickly, who are your competitors? And
So on the competition side, there are both online and offline players. Online play, there are multiple players like Bank Bazaar, Paisa Bazaar, but everybody is actually helping the customer only till disbursement. We are the only players who are actually helping the customer till closure.
Okay, Vijay, great. I think you've really walked us through the details. And take a break now. Have a glass of water. Let the judges think about that. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
thank you.
Now there's one more entrepreneur left to come here and present his idea. Will our final contestant impress Gaurav Burman and Girish Shivani? We'll find out after this short break, and you can utilize this break to send us your thoughts using social media. But remember to use our hashtag LH Runway to Success. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Lufthansa Runway to Success. Now we have one entrepreneur left to make his presentation, and then it's over to Gaurav Burman and Girish Shivani to select the winner of this round. So let's call upon our final contestant on the show. It is Sumit Kumar, co-founder and CEO eYantra. So at a first glance, Sumit, the eYantra seems to come across as a brokerage service or a brokerage company. What exactly is the service that you're providing?
We are into foreign currency risk management for small and medium enterprises. And we do that without making any change in their setup and without their losing any control over their finances. We help clients take informed decisions, because hedging in itself is very easy, but placing yourself properly in the market, that's more important.
How many customers? How mature have you?
All right, sir. So I have an exposure of more than 20 years in this market. We started in 2013. We thought of this as an area where we could venture into. We had initial successes and failures, but right now we have a customer base who are giving us a turnover of $25 million.
Right. But your execution is not through your own platform, just to be clear.
As of now, it is not through our own platform. We have partnered with one of the service providers, and they are the best in the segment.
Right, but how do you get paid? How do you charge? You take a fee from every time there's a trade?
Yes, sir. That's right, sir.
And is there any ongoing fee for your advice?
That's right, sir. There is advisory charges also.
Okay.
Initially, we try to let them try us, but eventually, sir, we charge for that.
Right.
So the decision of taking a hedge is with you or still with the client?
It is with the client, sir.
Okay. Which means that every time you give out an advice, there will be some people who take that advice and some people who would not take that advice.
That's what they may not.
And therefore, and because it is customized and bespoke for every customer, this would become, in that sense, a linearly scalable model.
That's right, sir.
Okay.
Good. Great.
Okay, great. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much,
Thank you
Sumit.
very
All the
much.
best. So there you heard it from our three entrepreneurs who have made their presentations to our judges, and now it's up to our experts to select the winner of today's round. Remember, the scoring is done on the following parameters. Now, the core idea is allotted 20 points. Then company and customers and competitors are given 20 points each. And finally, financial projections takes it to another 20 to total up to 100. So our judges are now going to sit down and decide on how to mark each of our entrepreneurs on those parameters. You, our viewers, can also pick up the Viewer's Choice Award by simply using lhrunwaytosuccess.in and choose the best contestant's elevator pitch. Now that the scoring is complete, I'm going to request our judges to mentor each and every one of our contestants before we announce the winner of this round. Let's start off with our first contestant, Abhinav Parashar of Digio.
So the value that you're bringing the potential customers, if that could be expressed slightly more crisp, slightly more elegantly, I think that helps. But as far as the business goes, it's very exciting and very impressive, and clearly a lot of thought and energy has gone into it. Girish?
I think with the government's push on Digital India, I think all this digital transformation is going to be the new reality in that sense. So that's, I think, is a great place to be in. On the flip side, I think you will have to figure out very clearly how you lock in these early movers that you have on the platform for the next couple of years, because there is competition which is creeping in this space.
Keep that advice to heart. Lock it in there. Let's go on to our second contestant who came on to the show, and that was Vijayananda Reddy with Loan Yantra.
I didn't fully understand the B2B idea and how you can leverage the B2B relationships in order to capture the customers. So those are things I think you need to perfect. I would encourage you not to dismiss the competition here, but a big opportunity and a nice sector to be playing in.
Contestant number 3 was Sumit Kumar, and Sumit was in the foreign currency hedging space.
All the large banks and financial institutions and brokerages are not interested in advising SMEs who have $1 million exposures, and therefore there's a huge opportunity out there. The bespoke nature of the solution is something that I'm not very comfortable with, because it limits your scalability. As you scale, you will need more hands on the deck to literally service your customers as efficiently as you do right now.
Well, we've had 3 great contestants with great ideas. Our judges had a tough time, but we need to know the winner of this round. Gaurav?
It was close, but it was unanimous. The winner is Abhinav.
Okay, Abhinav Parashar of DGO walks away as the winner of this round. Congratulations, Abhinav. Gaurav and Girish, we're going to go and congratulate him. Congratulations once again. Well-deserved win.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
And at this point in time, I would now like to request Mr. Florian Hoser of the Lufthansa Group. He heads the corporate and business functions at the group to please come across, join us on the podium and present a Lufthansa business class return ticket, which will let Abhinav fly to one of over 170 destinations that the Lufthansa Group flies to.
Congratulations to winning today with your innovative and entrepreneurial approach. Good luck for the semis, but before that, let me give you this. Let us be part of your journey with this ticket to Europe.
Sure, thank you.
Good luck.
Right, so there it is. Abhinav is going to decide on where to fly off to with that business class ticket before he heads for the semi-finals. And I'm going to request Florian to also present a special memento to our guest who joined us on the show.
All right.
Oh, fantastic.
It was great having you on the show.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for sharing your personal story and that of your family with us and inspiring our viewers and also our contestants. And you were mentioning your kids today, so please pass this to them so that they have a nice memory of your stay with us.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
And thank you to all of you for joining us, for making this happen, and for another exciting episode of Lufthansa Runway to Success. Remember, we'll be back with more excitement as we head closer towards the semi-finals. But that's another show for another week. Till then, thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you again next week on Lufthansa Runway to Success. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank
It was
you
a
very
pleasure.
much. It was a pleasure.
A Times Influence Initiative.